Truckers, Part 17. Granny Morky looked up as they were ushered into the abbot's bedroom. She was sitting by the bed with her hands on her knees. "Don't make any loud noises," she ordered. "He's very ill. He says he's dying. I suppose he should know." "Dying of what?" said Masklin. "Dying of being alive for such a long time," said Granny. The abbot lay, wrinkled and even smaller than Masklin remembered him, among his pillows. He was clutching the thing in two thin, claw-like hands. He looked at Masklin and, with a great effort, beckoned him to come over. "You'll have to lean over," Granny ordered. "He can't talk above a croak, poor old soul." The abbot gently grabbed Masklin's ear and pulled it down to his mouth. "A sterling woman," he whispered. "Many fine qualities, I am sure. But please send her away before she gives me any more medicine." Masklin nodded. Granny's remedies, made from simple, honest, and generally nearly poisonous herbs and roots, were amazing things. After one dose of stomach-ache jollop, you made sure you never complained of stomach-ache ever again. In its way, it was sort of a cure. "I can't send," he said, "but I can ask." She went out, shouting instructions to mix up another batch. Gerda knelt down by the bed. "You're not going to die, are you, sir?" he said. "Of course I am. Everyone is. That's what being alive is all about," whispered the abbot. "Did you see Arnold Brothers established 1905? "Well, Gerda hesitated. "We found some writing, sir. It's true. It says the store will be demolished. That means the end of everything, sir. Whatever shall we do?" "You will have to leave," said the abbot. Gerda looked horrified. "But you've always said that everything outside the store could only be a dream." "And you never believed me, boy. And maybe I was wrong. That young man with the spear, is he still here? I can't see very well." Masklin stepped forward. "Oh, there you are," said the old gnome. "This box of yours." "Yes," said Masklin. "Told me things, showed me pictures. Store's a lot bigger than I thought. There's this room they keep the stars in. Not just the glittery ones they hang from the ceiling at Christmas fair, but hundreds of the things. It's called the universe. We used to live in it. It nearly all belonged to us. It was our home. We didn't live under anyone's floor. I think Arnold Brothers, established 1905, is telling us to go back there." He reached out with his cold white finger, gripped Masklin's arm with surprising strength. "I don't say you're blessed with brains," he said. "In fact, I reckon you're the stupid but dutiful kind who gets to be leader when there's no glory in it. You're the kind who sees things through. Take them home. Take them all home." He slumped back on the pillows and shut his eyes. "But leave the store, sir?" said Gerda. "There's thousands of us, old people and babies and everyone. Where can we go? There's foxes out there, Masklin says, and wind and hunger and water that drops out of the sky in bits. Sir? Sir?" Grimmer leaned over and felt the old gnome's wrist. "Can he hear me?" said Gerda. "Maybe," said Grimmer. "Perhaps. But he won't be able to answer you, because he's died." "But he can't die. He's always been here," said Gerda, aghast. "You've got it wrong. Sir? Sir!" Masklin took the thing out of the abbot's unresisting hands as the other stationary, hearing Gerda's voice, hurried in. "Thing?" he said quietly, walking away from the crowd around the bed. "I hear you." "Is he dead?" "I detect no life functions." "What does that mean?" "It means yes." "Oh." Masklin considered this. "I thought you had to be eaten or squashed first. I didn't think you just sort of stopped." The thing didn't volunteer any information. "Any idea what I should do now?" said Masklin. "Gerda was right. They are not going to leave all this warmth and food. I mean, some of the youngsters might for a lark, but if we're going to survive outside, we'll need lots of people. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. And what am I supposed to say to them? Sorry, you've got to leave it all behind. The thing spoke. No, it said. Masklin had never seen a funeral before. Come to that, he'd never seen a gnome die from being alive too long. Oh, people had been eaten or had never come back, but no one had simply come to an end. Where'd you bury your dead? Gerda had asked. Inside badgers and foxes, often, he'd replied, and hadn't been able to resist adding, you know, the handsome and agile hunters you were talking about. This was how the gnomes said farewell to their dead. The body of the old abbot was ceremoniously dressed in a green coat and a pointy red hat. His long white beard was carefully combed out, and then he lay, peacefully, on his bed as Gerda read the service. Now that it has pleased you, Arnold Brothers, established 1905, to take our brother to your great gardening department beyond consumer accounts, where there is ideal lawn edging and an amazing floral display and the pool of eternal life in easy-to-lay polythene with real crazy paving edging, we will give him the gifts a gnome must take on his journey. The Count de Ironmongery stepped forward. I give him, he said, laying an object beside the gnome, the spade of honest toil. And I, said the Duke de Haberdashery, lay beside him the fishing rod of hope. Other leading gnomes brought other things, the wheelbarrow of leadership, the shopping basket of life. Dying in the store was quite complicated, Masklin gathered. Grimmer blew her nose as Gerda completed the service and the body was ceremoniously carried away. To the sub-basement, they later learned, and the incinerator, down in the realms of prices slashed, the security, where he sat at night times, legend said, and drank his horrible tea. That's a bit dreadful, I reckon, said Granny Morky as they stood around aimlessly afterwards. In my young day, if a person died, we buried 'em in the ground. Ground? Said Gerda. Sort of floor, explained Granny. Then what happened? Said Gerda. Granny looked blank. What? She said. Where did they go after that? Said the stationary patiently. Go? I don't reckon they went anywhere. Dead people don't get about much. In the store, said Gerda slowly, as if he was explaining things to a rather backward child. When a gnome dies, if he has been a good gnome, Arnold Brothers, established 1905, sends them back to see us before they go to a better place. How can... Granny began. The inner bit of them, I mean, said Gerda. The bit inside you that's really you. They looked at him politely, waiting for him to make any sort of sense. Gerda sighed. All right, he said. I'll get someone to show you.